And how great it is to be here this morning. How great it is to speak to the Liberian people, to give out information, to interact with them, all of their views. And it feels so good to do that every morning. And like we have always said, every morning we leave our comfortable beds to come and interact with the Liberian people, to come and disseminate information and let the people know about what is happening within and out of our country, Mama Liberia. And this is how we would like to say good morning to you. Good morning to all of you who's listening. For those of you watching us from the internet, that is Voice of Liberia on Facebook. Those of you following us from our online platform, those of you watching us from YouTube page, we would like to say good morning to all of you. And we are also saying good morning to all of you in the 15 political subdivision, wherever you are joining us from your sick beds, on your way to work, on your way to your marketplaces, those of the motorcyclists, commercial private vehicle owners. We're saying good morning to all of you this morning, all those who's under the sound of our voice. We want to say good morning to you. Those of you sitting at home this morning, trying to do one or two, we want to say good morning to all of you. And say good morning to those of you in your various offices. And I am in my own office though. And I'm saying good morning to all of you out there, welcoming you to Good Morning Liberia. And this is one of Liberia's best morning show that comes your way every morning from Monday to Friday. And my name is Samira Wonlai. Of course, I'm Samira Wonlai, and I'm here with you this morning up to 10 a.m. at about which time we're going to call it a day. But until then, let me say good morning to you and welcome you. If you are following us on Facebook, you can just drop as to where you are following the broadcast from, and we will acknowledge that. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. So if you like in life, I always say this: if you cannot run, you can walk. If you cannot walk, you can crawl. If you cannot crawl, you can drag. But all you need to do is continue moving. It doesn't matter how slowly you move, as long as you cannot stop. As long as you are not stopping, you know that you are doing something. If you are doing it, it's not making sense to you, then you have to make it to make sense. And let me say good morning to all of you. Let me encourage you to share the live video. You don't need to be mean with information. Share the live video so that others can be able to get you. So that others know as to what is happening within our country, Mama Liberia. And this morning, the cash giveaway is also on. And it will interest you to know that we have plenty of money here to give out to the Liberian people. This morning, people will be winning 20,000s. And we have 20,000 to give to 5 persons each. And also we have the 100,000. So if you want to win the 100,000 or the 20,000 this morning, all you need to do is dial star 799 star 90 hash. Once you dial star 799 star 90 hash, automatically you're playing on Voice of Liberia. And all you need to do is to play with 200 Liberian dollars. 200 Liberian dollars give you 20,000. 200 Liberian dollars give you 100,000. And the interesting part about it is that you don't need to play one time. You don't need to play 2 times. You need to play more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in order to win yourself 20,000 this morning. Winning money early morning. Once you are winning money early morning, then you know where you're standing. So tell all of your friends, let them tell their other friends and relatives that this morning we're giving out 10,000. We're giving not 10,000, 20,000, and we're giving out 100,000 by dialing star 799 star 90 hash and playing with 200 Liberian dollars. And so quickly we will acknowledge, some of you following the broadcast here, we're going to acknowledge you. And we will do that this morning and be able to go into our other issues that we have on our plate this morning. So let me say good morning to all of you, and let me say welcome to all of you. Continue to share the live video. This is Venetia's Junior Bar, and this person writes, he says, watching, and this person here is Stanley Sharif, and this person says, I'm watching from Burville City. Ish Raf Flomo said no sound. There is actually sound, Raf. So I don't know, you need to check your phone. Adam says, good morning, Samira. Thanks for the program. I'm Patrick A.Y. Selma, watching from Vonchama City, Lofa County. William Darcy says, good morning, VOL. I'm William Darcy, following from Kakata City, Margibi County. Archie Brown is watching us from Vocal Mission, and Emmanuel Jepo is following the broadcast this morning from District 1. And he said, Liberia will get well. God is there. Harris J. Saki says, good morning, VOL family. I'm watching live from Kakata City, Margibi County. God, please have mercy on JNB Liberia. Stanley Sherry says, JNB government no different from 419 organization. And this is Ruby Kane. He said that he's following. Emmanuel Kane is watching from Chicken Soup Factory, Bassa Town. Bazon Ghibli is following this morning, and he says, good morning, VOL. Thanks for the great job you guys continue to do for our country. I'm following closely from Grand Jida County. Morris Gray is watching this morning from Rehab Copper Farm Community. J. Desire Dolo Jr. is following from Banga City. This is J. Larry Talu. This person says, good morning, female General Samira. Blessed Prince E. Kamara is watching from Bandersville Estate. Ilikium Oba says, good morning, VOL and the peace-loving people of Zolowo Town, Lofa County. I'm following from Weaver Community District 5 among Sorado. Samuel led Copper this morning. He's following from Catwell Back Road. And he says, my name is Samuel Light Copper. My sister, let God bless you. And this is Dorence Roberts. This person says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Lofa County, to be precise, Vonchaman City. Stanley Sherry says, my prayers every day and night is that JNB to reduce is for nothing. I'm not understanding what you wrote here. Stanley, it's better you'll be able to reconstruct it and send it. Please do that. Jeremy Dwyer say he's watching, and Sunday Flomo says, good morning, VOL. Sunday as Flomo is my name, watching from Bon County, Phoebe community. Good morning to you, female General VOL. Hope the Capitol building fire investigation was independent work. I think that was what he meant. And we Liberians are awaiting the results to prove justice for all. This is Mohammed Mariama Sharif. This person says, good morning, Samira, Seku, and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I'm following from Mamandi Intellectual Forum in Jacobstown, St. Francis community. You light a candle and you use it to burn a house. Arson. You light a candle and it burned a house. Incendiary. Rescue police at your own expert embarrassed themselves. What else will they see? Stanley Sherry says, nowadays it has become a major achievement under this unprepared president. While corruption been legalized under 42 years experience. And there's too many comments coming up here. We want to say thank you so much for all of your comments. Thank you for putting in your comments as we go about. Probably we will take a break in order to read out more comments if that is necessary. So just keep your comments coming in. I will do that when we take a break. After the break, we will get back here and be able to read out few comments. So as we go about, you can also be able to give your own thoughts on the discussion that we're having, and all of them will be read out on our Facebook page this morning. Okay, so now the cash giveaway is on. We're giving out 20,000 Liberian dollars. We're also giving out 100,000 Liberian dollars. All you need to do is to play with how many Liberian dollars you have to play with? 200. And you need to play more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in order to win yourself the 20,000 this morning. Like we said, we have 20,000 here to give out to more than 5 persons. Then we have the 100,000. You will need to dial star 799 star 90 hash. Star 799 star 90 hash. You will need to dial it, and then you play with 200 Liberian dollars in order to win yourself 20,000 or 100,000 Liberian dollars. The draw opens at 7 o'clock. So it is up to you to continue playing and play as many times as you can play. Because once we get through with the first discussion here, I promise you that we're going to be taking a winner for 20,000 Liberian dollars. Okay. Now, let be able to give some of the lineup, the things that will be discussed here this morning. The issue that has to do with the Methodist Church or churches across Liberia. That is something that we will talk about. We're going to talk about it this morning and just have a little conversation around it and be able to weigh in, give our thoughts as to, how it is to be and all of that. We will weigh in on it this morning. Now, there is this video that we have, and the police inspector general Gregory Coleman, he said that he is in charge, he is in control. So we'll be asking a few questions this morning. If someone is in charge and in control, there are some things that when they are happening, people keep asking questions. Is this person really in charge? Like the way people ask questions as to if the president, Joseph Walker, is in charge of our country. Because when someone is in charge, some of the things, you don't expect them to happen. Some of the least things, you don't expect them to happen. You expect them to have control over it as they are in control. So we'll play that video and have a conversation around it this morning. Now, the motorcyclists, they did their peaceful march on Monday, which of course it was a very peaceful one. The police, they were there to protect them, to guard them, like they should be doing. And the result came up fruitful. Why I should say it came up fruitful? Because I sat on this radio on Monday, and before the protest, before the peaceful march will start, I urged the Liberia National Police that they should be peaceful for once. Since this government took power, they have been having peaceful march and all of that, and it turned into chaos. So we sat here and we urged the people and told them that let this one be different. Let the people be able to lay out their petition and all of that. And that went well this Monday. And 40,000 was being given to them, Liberian dollars. It was being given to them by Prince Toes, the representative of District number 8. And it was being refused by the cyclists. And they gave their reasons why they refused the 40,000 Liberian dollars. Mind you, don't take it in profit. It was being given as transportation for them to transport themselves back. But they said that they will walk back because they need action to be taken, right? They need positive result. Now we have the investigative report from the Capitol building. We have it in our possession this morning, and we will be giving it out to you. We will tell you as to what they said happened there. We will tell you it this morning. And these are things that will be talked about to take us up to 10 a.m. And also, one of your callers will call in order to give their views like we always do on this platform. Okay, so that is it. These are the things that will be discussed, taking us up to 10 o'clock this morning. Now, let's go into this issue about the Methodist Church or churches around Liberia. Few months back, I should say that we started to hear this news from Methodist churches around saying that they gave right. We watched the process. It was being agreed to. It was being signed, put into document in the United States of America by the Methodist churches there. That simple English, let's talk it so that you be able to get it. Man and man will be able to get married in a church. Woman and woman will get married in the Methodist church. That was the agreement being signed in the States. And then coming down to Liberia, because they said they needed it in all of the Methodist churches around the country. That was it. So coming down to Liberia, Reverend Jerry Kula Jr. Not Kula, excuse me. Coming down to Liberia, it was said that the Methodist churches, too, they should be able to go into it, have a conversation around it, and see as to if they be able to do the same. It is alleged, though. And then, after a while, the members said that they will not allow it. They are not going to allow that to happen because we have a country wherein, they are not going to legalize such thing. Wherein they bring it very open that men and men will get married in the church, woman and woman will get married in a church. They said no to it, and they said that they will not accept it. If it happened within the United States of America, if the people legalize it within the church there or churches there, they let it remain there. But it's not going to come here to Liberia, and it's not going to happen within that church. So we saw an incident wherein one of the senior pastors or bishop, he was being pulled at. People had a lot to say. People did the peaceful march, and they had placards and all of that saying that they're not going to accept the gay thing and all of that. So this gone Sunday, it turned into a crisis. There can be an issue, but at the end of the day, if the issue is not being managed well, it turns into a crisis. And when it has turned into a crisis, it's something that you cannot control easily. So, few churches, Methodist churches, their service, it was being disrupted due to this same thing that has to do with this gay right to legalize and all of that. Our Methodist church within 72nd, they had a problem there. concerning the same issue, and it led to a police station. One of the pastors there, along with some members, they were being jailed or detained for some time, and afterwards they put them outside. Now, the Liberian Senate, they decided to summon Justice Minister Tue over the whole saga that has to do with the Methodist Church. They want to seek clarity, right? So they decided to summon the Justice Minister Tue so that they be able to get insight as to what is happening. Because like we said, it have turned into a crisis. Service was being disrupted. It's not going on. And people, some churches, not all of the Methodist churches though, and some people have their own thing to say. But for Christ in heaven's sake, let us bring it to our saga. Let us to our culture. Let us be able to weigh in a little on this. Then we move into our other issues here. Right? This is just in passing. Now, this issue, it is serious. Right? We have a culture within this country. I don't care as to how you say it. I don't care as to how you think, or you will say what kind of better culture or what kind of better tradition and blah blah blah. Like it or not, we're not America, and we can't be America. So it doesn't mean that when Americans go ahead and say, let's pass this gay right within the Methodist churches, then it means that it should come to Liberia. That's their church problem. But if you ask me to weigh in on this, I will tell you that thing, it shouldn't be agreed upon. It shouldn't be legalized. Mind you, you can sit and say, oh, but you have some lesbians, you have some gays in the country and all of that. But it is not broad. Maybe you people, you know some of them. But it is not as broad as when you start to go through these things, it will just come up like that. You have people all around. That's the time you see that all of the people who are being in it on our brand will start to come up. And you want to avoid that. Because our norms, our culture, it doesn't call for that. It doesn't call for that. Wherein, how is it that you say, oh, I'm going to church to serve God and do this and do that. You are reading the Bible. Some of these things that God himself, he talked about. Some of these things that he punished people for in the Bible. And he went against them, sent his wrath upon them and all of that. Then you want to bring it right within the same church. Nobody can judge anybody. But if you're bringing it down to our culture, you're bringing it about to Liberia, I will tell you that this country is not even ready for that. There have been a bill laid before the Senate about this whole gay thing, how they should be able to support them, how they should have their own right, how when a man go down waterside to do his nails, people will beat on him, people will do this to him, do that to him. They need to have safety, so the Senate should be able to look into it. That bill have been laying there since. The people have not yet even taken paper to say they'll go ahead to do this or to sign it and go ahead and do whatever they want to do. Because we have our own culture. We have our own norms. You don't want to get into something that your children will regret. Because if you hear two men and men getting married, so tell me how they're going to bring up that child. Woman and woman getting married, how they going to bring up that child? And there are too many risks that even comes with it. You don't even have proper medication and all of that. It's something that should not even be encouraged though. But I'm even talking about the risks that comes with it. How is it that God said a man to a woman that at the end of the day you sit down there and say you put man and man together? You put woman and woman together. What sense does it even make? So the Senate now, they said that they want to get clear understanding as to what is going on within the Methodist Church. So they will be going there because, mind you, the issue reached to the police. Police were being involved this on Sunday. So it's something that caused attention. They are already, the Methodist churches, they are facing crisis already within this country because service cannot go on strictly anymore. There will be some form of disruption in certain churches, not all of the Methodist churches around, because even the one that I have around my place there, they had service that day. There was no disruption and everything. But some of them, and who knows as to if it will reach to the other churches. And the pastors, some of the pastors, they are saying that no, we're not going to agree with it. From what I got from one of the members there, he's the president for the Young Adults, something like that. I was told that they had a workshop concerning this whole thing, or meeting in Bone County. I'm sure, yeah. And at the end of the day, the result from the meeting is what some people said that they will not accept. They will not accept it. And pastors are saying it. They are saying that we're not going to take this. We will not accept it in our church. If this thing is being signed in the States, let it remain there. But you cannot bring it to the country. What you have is not just about your church. It's not just about your people doing it. But it's about manipulating the whole country. Mind you, we have some of them here. That is the truth. That I don't know them, but we have some of them here. But it's undercover. Let it remain like that. But if you start to legalize this thing now, then you have people, other children, trying to admire some of the people who are in it because marriage has been legalized, and they will start to go into it. Right? So just to weigh in, the Methodist Church, whatever that is happening there, we hope and pray that they'll be able to stand on their decision. Let them stand on it, not to encourage such acts, because it is not good for our country. Okay, so that is it. Just to weigh in on it. That is it. Okay, so that is it. When we open the phone lines, you have your say on it, but we're not opening the phone lines specifically for the particular thing that we talked about. We'll open the phone line and then combine it with our next talking point, and we'll be able to go ahead with it. Okay, that is what we'll do. Now, the motorcyclist, they refused $40,000 Liberian dollars from the representative of District 8, Prince Toll. So, as you all can recall, on Monday, the cyclists said that they were getting in the street. They were getting in the street concerning what happened to one of their colleagues, and some individuals who were being involved, according to the Liberia National Police. They said that their bags were being taken, and at the end of the day, the Liberia National Police came up and put a ban on all motorcycles or all motorcyclists to not ply the main street of Monrovia. Now, so the people decided and said, there's no way that few group of people will go ahead and do something, and at the end of the day, you want to shift the blame on everybody, as if to say everybody were being involved. So they said, no, you can't do that. So for that reason, they said that they were going to write the U.S. Embassy, one UN House, and the House of Representatives, so that, or the legislature, so that they'll be able to lift the ban that was being put on them by the police inspector, Gregory Coleman. That was what was being said by them. So on Monday, some people were being scared for them, actually looking at how the protests have been going in the country, peaceful march have been going in the country, how it turned into chaos and all of that. People said, oh, the people go in the street again, we hope that nothing happened and all of that. And the cyclists, they told us that they can show us that each and every cyclist will be in accordance. They will not cause any harm. They will not cause anything to disturb the peace of the country. That was what they said. And on Monday, we watched them. They did their peaceful march from one UN house to the Capitol building, from there to the U.S. Embassy. And they read out their petition. And at the Capitol building, the petition has been received by Prince Toll, a representative of District 8. And just before we go to what they said, let me just say this. Now, everybody will not agree to a thing. Everybody have their own view. Now, for others' sake, let's take it like this. Let's say, okay, it's okay that cyclists shouldn't ply the main streets of Monrovia. It is okay because, we're in the 21st century, and if you go to other countries, you will not see cyclists in their main street and blah, blah, blah. Yes, for that conversation's sake, we hold it. That is okay. They will run at different areas. It said that Monrovia is the only place for them to run and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we hold it as that. Yes, we agree that cyclists, for the conversation's sake, we agree that cyclists are not to ply the main street of Monrovia. Mind you, there are other countries, when you go into it too, you don't see cyclists within central town. We agree. We agree to it. That is true. So let us agree that cyclists are not to come to town to run. They have other places. Liberia is big. You have other places to run. Fine. But let me ask this question. Is it that mechanisms have been put in place in order for those who are applying the ministry of Monrovia, for them not to apply the ministry of Monrovia? Have you people putting mechanism in place? Do you think these people, they just want to be cyclists? Just be riding bikes their whole life? Look at a girl who was talking, I think on Monday, and I listened to her. She be like, my son's father, he runs in Monrovia. So for the past time, he have been sitting, and we for us to even get food to eat, my son and I, is difficult. So she was part of the peaceful march that day, because she said, since they were being banned from coming in Monrovia, they don't have food to eat. Now, but is it that you put all of the mechanism in place? Tell the people, oh, yeah, run on the side. Or is it job creation? Is it that you have created a job for youth? Check among the cyclists. Most of them, they went to school. Majority, I mean, I can say that. I've sat over bikes that people even get a bachelor degree. But it's because there's nothing doing. That's the reason why some of them, mind you, it is not all of them. Cyclists can adhere to rules. Cyclists can do that. Not all of them. You have responsible people, part of them. And they are all Liberians. So we agree that they are not to apply the ministry of Monrovia because we're trying to go to another level. We can't be on the same level every time. Yes, we agree. But look at the economy. Have you put the measures in place in order to be able to settle these issues before telling the people not to run? Okay, some people agree that motorcyclists should leave the ministry of Monrovia. But is it the right way to remove them from the ministry of Monrovia? Is it the right way? Mind you, let's leave the cyclists, but even the citizens. You see how people stay in the streets nowadays? Car business is hard. People stand for more than 2 hours. The traffic on the road is not easy. People burn a lot of gas in the traffic. A lot of gas in the traffic. Now, if you put a person down to Macklin Street and the person is going maybe up. I always say that I'm not too familiar with the streets. Up Duko or wherever. Or okay, just you put them down somewhere around Macklin Street or wherever, and the person is going to Clara Town and everything. Look at the traffic that can be on the road. What are those mechanisms you have put in place? If a person stops at Macklin Street, and for an example, that person is going to Prime FM, so the person will walk from there to Prime FM, or walk if the distance is long, they will walk from that distance to the other distance. Motorcycles in the streets of Monrovia, it helps to move people from one distance to another, because you are not like Ghana or Nigeria. There you have Uber. When the Uber picks you up from your door, because the road connectivity is very good, it carries you straight to where you want to go and puts you down, and you pay the fare. Do you have Uber in this country that will do that for you on a daily basis? Do you? So what are those mechanisms? You try putting in place, looking at the citizens, looking at the cyclists. You try to tackle these things before coming up. It's not a bad thing. Okay, we agree with it. It's not a bad thing. But what are those mechanisms you have put in place? But all of a sudden, you just woke up one morning, because you feel that, cyclists, they broke down police booth, which of course, nobody's saying they were to do it. That act, we're saying that they were not to do it. Even if they were angry, they were to at least channel their complaint. But they went ahead and they did it. And you took bikes. More than 700 bikes. You took them. So now, some of the people that you said that they are involved in it, you took their motorbikes. Why is it that these people cannot be held responsible, but rather you put a ban on everybody? I scared to say everybody were part of the people that did it. You even had some people, you captured some people that were part of the act. You said that your police put them that you get CCTV. At the end of the day, you'll be able to use it and capture some of these people. If it is true, you actually have it. You'll be able to do that. But it's not because of this reason. If you want to do this thing, then you'll be able to put mechanism in place that when you do it, people will say, oh yeah, man, Apple, yes. The government did the best and everything. But no Uber to carry people one destination to another. People walking in the country, they're crazy people. People standing in the sun for a car, they're crazy people. So the 40,000 Liberian dollars, it was being refused. It was being refused by the cyclists at account that they don't need the money. What they need is for the petition to be looked at. But we will play you it directly from this person is called Yellow Machine. Yes, he was one of the heads for one of the cyclist group. And we will play you it. Their interaction here, Prince Toast and all of that. We're going to play you it. So that you'll be able to listen to it. Okay? So let's play from here. We will go to the phone lines, take calls about it. Take calls about the Methodist Church. Then from there we'll move into something different. But while we go to the phone lines, before we go to the phone lines, we encourage people to play the cash giveaway, because we might give the 20,000 out to a person while we're taking calls. So if you're there, continue dialing *799 *90#. Now listen. So experience told talking that you provide 40,000 Liberian dollars so that they be able to get buses to go back to their various destination.
One of the first thing we want to solve now. If you ask your people about that, the next thing, we appreciate your 40,000. You have over 2,000 more about that is back. And then we can raise more than $1 million. We don't need money right now. We want you to use the oversight to invite the RG because we are being impatient. We are there waiting for too long. We are begging you. Our heart is burning. We are begging people to not believe that God belongs to everybody. Please. Yes. Thank you. So we appreciate your money. We don't need it. Please, brother.
Okay, so that is it. You've listened. We appreciate your money. We don't need it. We need a band to be lifted and all of that. That is it. So now let's go to the phone lines on 0880907907, 0880907907. For those of you in Monrovia, the two numbers I'm about to call, it is for you to place in your calls. Okay, so those of you in Monrovia, call us on 0880907907, 0880907907, and 0779003835, 0779003835. You can call us on the numbers that I just announced. Those of you within Monrovia, yeah, and those of you out of Monrovia, those of you in the counties, right? Those of you in the counties this morning, you can join us on 0773 419502, 0773 419502, and 0555 184711, 0555 184711. Those of you in Loveback County, in Grand Bassa, in Bone County, in Mwagibi County, you call us on 0773 419502, 0555 184711. Those of you in Cape Mountain, all of you there out of Monrovia, and to those of the females that want to place in their calls in order to give their thoughts about the two things that we just discussed. The females number is 0773 978 0773 978 That is the line for the females. So as we are going about taking our course, this is to inform you that the cash giveaways on this morning, we're giving out 20,000 Liberian dollars. We are also giving out 100,000 Liberian dollars. So shortly we have to give out 20,000 Liberian dollars to a person, or maybe we could do two draws, meaning we give 20,000 out to two persons. So let's do that. All you need to do is dial star 799 star 90 hash, star 799 star 90 hash, and then you play with 200 Liberian dollars. I encourage you to play more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times so that you be a part of our many lucky winners here this morning. If you don't have credit on your phone, you still have time in your favor. You can go and put credit on your phone in order to play. Tell all of your friends so that they'll be able to do the same, because we have money here to give out. So let's say we want to give out 20,000 to two persons. We will need each person to play not less than 4, 5, 6 times, because we want to give 20,000 out to two persons. So we actually want to give 20,000 out to 5 persons here today, but we want to take it 2, then the last person will do it 1. They will come to the 100,000 draw. So star 799 star 90 hatch, star 799 star 90 hatch, blow up 200 Liberian dollars and win yourself 20,000 or 100,000 Liberian dollar. Let us talk to this person. Morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samara.
Morning. Go ahead. You're live.
I'm Wema Piotono calling from Kerry Street.
Come again.
I'm Wema Piotono calling from Kerry Street.
Okay, let's hear you.
I'm a Sagres.
Okay.
Yeah. I was pleased to apologize to the government and please leave our ban. Since the thing started, some of our children in school, we said that we even get it to give it to them. We're not able to come out of the rack because we won't be a lawyer. Citizen, I will leave the government. Again for government, so we are pleased to apologize to the Liberian government. Please leave our ban so we won't be able to force. So we not get nothing to do right now.
Okay, thank you, my brother. This person, morning.
Good morning, Sister Wula.
Yes, go ahead.
This fellow here we are talking about from Samokata, members of the Trinity United Methodist Church.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the issue there, the question you must ask Wula, when he become bishop, when we got only one bishop, which is Samuel J. Kwa, resident bishop. Then when this year he become bishop, then the question you must ask. Yeah. Got a question. What point in being bad? If you want to go with a group, let's leave our Methodist churches. Let them go. They might not call someone, they might not disgrace the church.
Okay.
Thank you, man. God bless you.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person here. Continue dialing *799 *90 hash. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Zamora.
Yes, you're live.
Yeah. You know, I think the fellow who called appealing to the government, I think he's that motorcycle. He's very sound and he knows well. But when you have
Okay, he left the line. Let's talk to this person. Yeah, quickly this morning. He left this person. Morning.
Good morning, Samara. Good morning this morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
My name is James Quade, and I am the chairman of the Veteran Assembly in District 16, Nikru Town. Thank you for your deliberation this morning.
Mm-hmm.
To the Methodist Church, first concern. You know, we are asking these people, if they are not serving God, if they want money from the diaspora branches that are sponsoring them, what is happening in America, Liberia is not America. They shouldn't forget to know that God has, demarcation. This is why he made us an African. Our tradition does not require that men should love to men. Which of course the Bible that they are reading to people and interpreting, it does not state that men should love to men. These were the things that was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah back there, that the story can be narrated in our days today. I wonder they are forgetting about that. This is why God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. What are they doing? If they want to do their men loving the man, they should do a secret and more than in the churches. Whether God will bless them or he will stop them, they left with them. But they shouldn't put it in public and say they will legalize it. It will not work. Number two, to the motorcyclists. Nobody can challenge government. We know that there are some of you who are well respected, well qualified, trained people, educated people. They are people who are from home. They are doing it to take care of their family and keep up with their fine life. Among you people, there are other disgruntled ones who join you people to misbehave that cause you in this problem today. But I hope if the government decides to see reason to allow you to go back, your leaders should be able to hold series of workshops in around the country to educate those disgruntled ones, and that they should be able to be governed and abide by your rules and regulations. They shouldn't be the serving industry that they are all law. Not to say that if you are riding motorbike, then you are all law. Even the passenger that sits behind you, when you see danger and say, you the rider, don't go so, don't run so, don't pass between the guys, it's not correct. They will insult the passenger. It's not right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, my brother. So to those of you playing the cash giveaway, probably you're experiencing the same problem. We're getting reports that there is a problem with Lone Star mobile money. So I think those of you who's play is not going through, right? So that is the information we just got, that there is a little problem with Lone Star mobile money. So when it's being resolved, then we will let you know. Morning.
Good morning, Sister Mura.
You're live.
And thank you for the show. Also, good morning to the CEO.
Okay.
Sister Mura, on each of the motorcyclists, we are pleading to the national government to ensure that they allow them to come back in the street. Sister Mura, now government has not provided job for any citizen.
Unknown caller.
Okay, this person left the line. This person, morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Morning, you're live. Edmond Carr.
This is Edmond Carr, the visually impaired guy that keeping the president feet to the fire to deliver. Samara, Liberia, I don't know. We need to have a definite position on this matter. Since the whole method scenario started, we expected our government to come up with a statement. But I don't know why they are afraid of. That is why yesterday when I listened to a newspaper reading, when the Liberia Council of Churches came out to say that the Methodists should have a peaceful resolution, I said, no, you are not clear. Tell the people, say, we are in charge of the churches in Liberia. That thing that we are hearing about Methodists, It's not acceptable in our country, in our culture, in our society. So we don't want it yet. So those of you that want to practice it in secret and let your friend there to be, don't harass it. But rather, when they come to get their statement, they give it the least on aside. And these people that we are talking about, Samaria, one of my brothers is a ringleader that wants to make sure that thing don't wait here in the part of the method. The kind of money that people got. When you want to open the car trunk, when they come to the chair, you open the car trunk, your hair will rise. You know what the trouble that we are in? Yeah, Liberia, we can be the last for this thing to reach to us. And then when you get to us, we can even do it more than the people that started it. That trouble people in the country. So I think it was necessary because especially the justice minister that we are talking about here, he's a mentalist. Okay? For you to sit there as a justice minister, for that thing to drag on, you will not be able to take some leadership role. There's a money, there's a bad sign up there, and you may not know that some money have been placed somewhere to make sure that they take influence on us. So something goes on. So we hope that the Senate, they are really real about what they are saying. The motorbike issue. Look, it is good to regulate. You, the police, you regulate the traffic. But you can't tell me, say, the only time you got to know that motorbike, the motorbike rider, they are dangerous. When you finish collecting $250, $300 from them in your revenue, then that is now you are coming out to restrict it. No! It is straightforward for someone. Oh, those of us who are visually impaired, when we're moving around, because we have to switch our cane from left to right at the same time, knowing what is on our feet, we can't do that because the city is congested. So they facilitate our movement on left. So if you just call it up, you cause harm for the citizen. Yesterday, when my friend was saying he saw students jumping in the truck that can carry the poor car, they bring a car when they enter a offender, they were on their way to town, students were looking for a car to go, the bad people, they were jumping. You don't have no alternative. See, your brother and Yoruba bosses here, the Ghanaian insulted us, because definitely you talk about over the neck, you are not able to bring anything in the country here to substitute what you want to take for the so that's what we have now.
Okay.
Regulate it and allow us to use it that you're right to regulate it.
Okay. Thank you. This person, good morning.
Good morning to you.
This is a lawsuit man.
Thank you so much for the recognition for a long time now. I'm lost in time, and I'm from District 8 in Monserrado here.
Okay.
Look, all of what you have discussed this morning in the studio are commendable. But here's my point. Somebody say there is no joy in the country. You pay the national government to build the motorcycle back in the street. It's not the issue, brother. No job should not be at the detriment of other people. Who told you that some of us who don't have relatives are motorcycling? There are universitarians there. There are some other men of God who are doing this thing to feed their family. But let us still, there are a bunch of hostile guys who are unprofessional among them. Samira, how many times have you seen those motorcycle guys when one of the police check somebody's phone for them to run after them and bring them to book? They are not happy people. They have never done it before. You see, but when somebody hit on one of them, they will come together in their number to return. Is that what they want to behave? When the police expect or expect somebody or people somebody, they will not go after the police.
So what is your point quickly so that we take other calls?
So here's my point. I don't want umbrella to recognize themselves and be able to control themselves.
Okay.
Because this country belongs to everyone of us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Morning.
Morning, Samira.
Please walk away from your monitor, please.
Good morning.
You're live.
Thank you, Samira. My name is Ali Padikoman, picking family appointment and a car with you. No, Samira, let me say thanks to you the money for your analysis. Let me say thanks to the Modo Barralo. No, they've gone down because somehow will call your name to be peaceful and not be peaceful. The police should give them the chance to carry on the article differences because the Article 17 talk about if you different with your government. We can peacefully examine and they want to examine that they go down. So I want to commend them for that. But there's the issue, Samira. No amount of pressure no amount of protest will allow the Ghana to come back on the main street, special coming from here, W Junction, coming to Inter, coming from Triple, going Inter. No amount of protest or pressure will allow the government to bring them back there. They must not come back like they can protest every Monday. If you call someone or you put money together to buy water for them, or for the refusing 40,000 they wanted to pay that way, but we say see how better to collect money and buy water so that they will be drinking every morning. Say they want protect every morning. We'll get in the chair, but please, government, don't allow the Ghana to come back again. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. That's your own thought. That is what we do here. We take everyone business seriously. We allow everybody to give their own point of view. So 077 341 9502 for the counters, 0555 184711, 0773 978 These are the numbers to call. Good morning. I'm sorry, please hold on. Let me get you on the radio. Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira, and good morning to the loving people of Liberia.
Let's hear you. Your name and where do you join us from?
Okay, I'm Samuel Kelvin Carver Davis, and I call you from Kakata City, Magibi County.
How is Kakata this morning?
Kakata is super this morning.
Okay.
So, Samira, I just called this morning to do an SOS call to His Excellency Joseph Nyuma Boaka, the President of the Republic of Liberia. Samira, as you may be aware, we have a program at the Continental Junior College in Kakata City, Magibi County, where UC was sponsoring 200 students in the school. When Donald Trump took over, the scholarship had been supposed to stop too. And now the school semester is about to begin. So the 200 students at the Continental University Junior College here, they are in Limo. There is no way that we can go to school. So we are calling this morning on the president to see reasons to come and intervene for us to continue this program. This program was made for the Liberian people to go to school and then impart knowledge to the Liberian people in the educational sector. So if 200 students draft from this scholarship and go back home, if Donald Trump reviews the document and then come back within 3 months' time, some of them will never even come back to school. So we are doing this SOL call to our lawmakers, to our peace-loving people of Liberia, so that they will see reason the program continue, so that we'll be in school, Samira. I'm calling for Kakata City this morning.
Okay, thank you, my dear brother. Let's be able to take more calls here. This is just coming in. The president of the University of Liberia, the vice president of the University of Liberia, for public relations, they just announced that the commerce inspector Dorkoper will no longer be allowed to enroll in UL, and they revoked his degree and they declare him as persona non grata. That is it. That is what they did. So that is the breaking news. Dorkoper, the commerce inspector, is no longer allowed to enroll in UL, the University of Liberia, and they have declared him persona non grata. So that is it. It's breaking. We decided to share out to our listeners. This person, morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this topic calling from the 05. Oh.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
I get it. I must commend the Catholics for this one time the protest. But what I just want to say here is this. You know, these guys who are actually empowered, they don't have their children or giving relatives to this country. So what they're really they do things to mount pressure on the citizens of this country so that things can stop, but we pray that it will not happen. Actually, because if you as a leader, you see such a thing happening and then you cannot intervene the record with or to even say, oh, to find a second means of getting things to be said. But you rather come and say things that you will not condone. So for this reason, I don't think he's doing the right thing.
Okay.
But we still keep mute and then appeal to him for us to be riding on the road.
Okay, thank you. This person, morning. Yes, let's hear you.
You know, with the Iranian military stuff that is going on, listen, you know, there's no way that you can compromise what the Bible says. No bishop, no reverend, no pastor, no deacon, no deaconess can complete thing on Genesis chapter 19. God stood against the issues of guilt in the Bible. And that's what the Bible says we should not be because you will not believe us. You say you are practicing regular, but then in America, you don't care, but you can come and regular life, yes, but you want to be part of them, but you will not do what they are doing. Listen to me. No church leader can tell me anything that I will listen to.
Okay.
Genesis chapter that. Then they will most certainly say, now just want to say quickly, let me tell you. You know, if things are done with a political money, then sometimes you don't see the way out. Man is speaking and between me and tell the man, tell your police. Then you don't ready. Why did you tell your police? The police, are they not your police? And then he called himself Yellow Machine. You know, the politicize everything. So as a result, those of us who are eminent citizens who want to talk to government, they don't know how to go.
Okay. Thank you. You know, talk about the news. Talk about the news. I think the president just need to, dismiss him now because the University of Liberia said that his degree that he has, it is being revoked, and at the end of the day, he's not allowed to enroll in the University of Liberia. And at the same point in time, they declare him persona non grata. Now, the Inspector General, he's the Inspector for Commerce Ministry. And if such things is happening, then the president needs to step in, probably do the dismissal or do whatever he's supposed to do. But that is the news that is up this morning. This person, good morning.
Yeah, I think for Dog Cooper, she need to come right back to Nimba and start playing a rubber and cocoa.
You see what Dog Cooper must do?
He should come back to Nimba, playing his
So you want a man to leave the inspector work and come back to Nima and start planting cocoa?
People, that is bad for the young people. That is not accepted. You cannot put the official to the university in the turbulent mode. To come and start planting cocoa and start planting a farm.
Okay, my brother. Thank you. We've heard you. Thank you. Let's be able to take a few more calls, then we call it a day on this particular segment and be able to move into something different. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira. I'm Philip Sam. I'm calling from Upper Carway this morning.
Okay.
The issue of the circle list. Sometimes those guys that are calling, denigrating the motorcyclists, you think that the motorcyclists are the only people that will be affected. Everyone of us will be affected. Those boys that can wash the motorbikes will be affected. Those guys that importing those motorbikes will be affected. Those guys that get the garages that fix or repair those motorcyclists, motorbikes will be affected. So sometimes whenever we are talking, we should analyze things that will benefit this nation. Okay? One fellow in Conway, I know him that I don't know particularly how to call him with his tartan. He always like to talk evil thing against those motorcyclists. And he used motorcycle every day on the Skyway Road. I live in Conway, I know him very well. And the issue of this melodies. My dear sister, let me be bold to you. What those guys are doing is evil. So let those who are against the gay activities in this country should stand firm. We as Christians, we are in support of them. They should stand firm with the fight against those guys. Even they're using, because they are using the government. That's why we have problem with the government. They are using the national police to even beat on people. Even in Kawe, I saw it in this God Sunday. It's very wrong. Using Liberian national police to beat on Christians, those that are resisting this gay life. It is very wrong. And Dog Cooper, you hear the man named Dog. Do you that for me?
Okay, thank you. Let's call it a day there. Let's talk to this person. Morning. Morning. You're alive.
Yeah. Thank you for this morning, Bob. I come to the motorcycle is a serious issue in this country because you can't tell somebody say, oh yeah, pay this, the end of the day, the person pay it, the end of the day, what to ask you to. Now, you can see on the
see now we put that hustle in town to go in town is not easy, Samira. Now that I get power, you now going to chapter pay. It's not easy. So we begging Grego Kumo. That is really children there. We begging them. We just begging them because they are six more. They take care of all good. So we can reach to 2029. Samira, because talk to them.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Let's talk to this person. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is Getala. Phone to you from Bon County, Sheffield number 2.
Okay.
So the real thing is that I got two issues to talk about. One has to do with the motorcyclists. I think the fundamental rights are enshrined in our constitution, freedom of movement. And I think the police, if they are putting stop to motorcyclists from having access to part of the country, it is further limiting their rights that our constitution gave them. That's two. Two, the next thing is that the entire business sector of this country is going to be affected. Mind you, those lubricants that are used into those vehicles are being bought from taxpayers. So if the motorcycles are not moving from one place to another, it means that the buying rate is going to be very low. That's another one. The next thing is dog cover issue. I think the administration of the University of Liberia did not do this country educational system well. What do I mean? To know that dog cover is not attending this university, but you sign a document as an administrator and gave him that document. It shows me that the University of Liberia, the leadership at the time, should not be trusted in this country. And I think it clearly exposed our educational system to the outside world that everybody can wake up and get educated overnight in this country. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The calls continue to come in. Let's take this person. We'll take two more calls. Yes, two more calls. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. You're live.
Thank you, Samira. The name will mean Emmanuel Papayi Kaswaki, Commander Mr. Probado Joy from Bangaside Pong County. And let me appreciate you this morning for the topic on our discussion. You know, compared to the issue of the motorcycles in Mira, people see that those in the street are riding back, they are the only motorcycle that didn't have been affected. For example, you can be doing a different job or doing your well market is not a little bit buy a motorbike and give you a little bit of whatsoever to help you that will generate money to sustain your home. But remember, the action by the police to seize all of those their motorbikes, they are affecting almost everyone. So I want to appeal to the government. It's not only about those in the street that sit on the bad ride, but our meaningful citizens, people citizens within the report that brother have been accepted by the action of the government by seizing those motorbikes. And there is no job. To alleviate the female rate, I think the government needs to see reason to release those bikes. Because remember, it just go for 2-3 months. I tell you for free, they unravel the phone jack in order to be increased. Because the man when you talk about, he change 1 or 2 times, not see any other thing to do. The next thing you do, someone who in a community like you feel that they couldn't do 1 or 2 things, over there they will go and harass the person because they want to get something to sustain that family too. So appealing to the government, let it change that decision and give the people motor back. And lather similar to the Methodist Saka. Like from the initial stage, we said that their government is in support. The country had a constitution, and their constitution now allows citizen marriage to civil in the country. But then a few group of people or organizations having to legalize it, openly say that yeah, we are doing it, and say the government had not taken on any action to call the people. Just alone tell us that in line with the government agenda. Because if you have a constitution that prohibits them in a country, and then church or institution coming out to say, yeah, we are doing it, we want it, and then the government is not getting any other statement, I think it is wrong. So appealing to the government, it is time for the government to come in and to put stop to the action or the method they don't want to carry on the system that the constitution of Liberia does not honor that. So appealing to them, they shouldn't for our nation, they shouldn't for Christianity. Yesterday, people can be on that and say, John, we are fine, John, we are doing this. But today, it is not John, we are, it is President Blatter. Yeah, they're doing John, we are there. people were not protesting in the street, people were not going in jail because of same-sex marriage. But when the government take over today, we are seeing that in every loophole and corner that the same-sex marriage has involved in the federal churches. And the government has not yet to take any action to appealing to the 42-year experienced government who appealing to the government who were against the same-sex marriage that Georgia was bringing, and today thank God that Georgia is no longer in the presidency, but is in the government. So appealing to Joe, but I think what he did in some of those churches. So let him call on all the work.
Thank you, my brother. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, I'm okay.
This is much call that come from Bagabon County.
How is Manga this morning?
Oh, yeah. We just in the rise of the song.
Okay, let's hear you.
When it comes to the issue of they keep in Liberia, nobody tell you that the government of Liberia, they're not in the know. This government is in the know fully. The council of churches, they are in the know. Because the council of churches, they are the head for all churches. So if they cannot think that will be in disgrace to the Christian community in Liberia, the council of churches are silent. Only the government are silent on the money. Money was given to the government, and the council of churches will call, money was given to them, so they can't go against it. But for me, my message is to all our parents, Oma, and Pape, who call you on your mentally is not the only church for you to go. I beg you. Because of what man sing, with Alan sing, God sing to everyone in the world. I feel all of you people that listen to the sound of my voice. You leave a Methodist church, you go to another church. Any church you go to worship God, you go to heaven. Do not attend the Methodist church because the sin that they are bringing in the church, it will cover everybody. It will affect you. It will affect your generation. To the motorcycle, if the people are sensitive that you should not go to ride in Morovia, you'll be a little patient. The next registration, what they call about registration at the time now you will demonstrate, you should not agree to register your motorcycle. That might appeal to you people.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to say thank you. Thanks to all of you for placing your calls. We're getting our device off now because we're not taking calls. We have other issues to go into. The time is 24 minutes past 8 o'clock, and let's just read out a few comments from our Facebook page as promised, and then we move into our next conversation. John Smo said he's following from Bopolu City, and then Stephen Nangwe is watching from Pipeline Community. Cyrus Hina is following from New York, excuse me, I won't say UL City, from New York City. And this is Sam Manuel, and this person here is following from Nizo community. And this is Saracena, yes. This is Jerry Platter is following, and he's saying good morning, Samira, and good morning to all listeners. Thanks so much for the job you do for Liberia. I'm carefully, following from Freeport community. Caris Fambula is following from AMU campus, and he writes, thanks for the show. This is Kai Alpha. This person is joining from Johnsonville. Esther Gizi is following from Wagibi. And this is Stephen Wan is following from Phoebe Compound. Melvin Cooper says some people have their private bikes. What's going to happen to them? And B. Wilma Bella says the leadership of Belle Marchand Community Lower Johnsonville is following. And Moses Kier says, I'm following Samira. I've been calling you, no answer. Okay. Juju Wonwa says he's following live from Johnsonville. And Esther says, if it is me in that church, I will leave that church. And William Darcy says, good morning, VOL. This government under President Bwaka is no different from Zoko. No rules, no law. Very sad. Felicia Swen says she's following from District 11. And she says, thanks for the information. God bless you. And John David Nakula Yakwawolo is following from Collins Street in Banga City, Bong County. And there's too many other comments on the live, which of course I will not read them right now. We just take a little bit, go ahead, and then we keep doing it like that. Amara Ducle is following from Kakata, Magibi County. So that is it. We want to say thanks to all of you who placed in your calls. It's about time that we go to our next conversation. And about the person who asked about private bikes plying the streets, right? I was told that private bikes will be given a specific identification. But coming to town, since this whole ban started and the times I've been coming to town, I've seen private bikes on the road. Yeah. So I don't know as to how to go about doing it. I don't know as to if they have their lesson or identification and all of that. Well, I've seen private bike on the streets of Monrovia. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that even this morning. Was it this morning or yesterday? Yes, yesterday evening. Yes, I saw private bikes on the streets too of Monrovia. So they have all of their protective gear, all of that. Some of them had their bag on their back and everything, and they were flying the street because some people the same way some people get vehicles. That's the same way some people have bags as the means of transport. So they will need to use it. Yeah. So let's now go into this issue that has to do with the Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman. He said that he's in charge. He said that he's in charge, and he said that he's in charge, and he said that he's in control. We have that here. We'll go into it. And we're going to link it with the issue that has to do with the investigative report from the Capitol building. So now, fellow Liberians, the Police Inspector General, Mr. Gregory Coleman, he said that he's in charge. He said that he's in control. But let's look at these two statements he made. And let's be real. Let's go strictly to the point. When I say Samira tell you that I'm in charge, I'm in control, meaning I have everything under control. Every issue that will come out, I will put them under control. Or there will be ways in which I will settle them once I'm in charge. You link it to the issue wherein we ourselves will sit in studio and ask questions as to if the president is in charge. Because when a person is in charge, they knows exactly as to how to tackle issues. They know how to play around it and be able to get to where they're supposed to get. When a person is in control, they knows as to how to calm issue down whenever tension arises or if something happens. And being in charge doesn't just mean that you should just say it about war mouth. There should be actions that people will see. When you are in charge, you will not even be the one to be talking, say, I'm in charge, I'm in control. People will see it and know that you are in charge. When you are in charge or in control, you are in control with the overall responsibility. The overall responsibility. You are having control or responsibility for certain things. In charge. At times when you use these words, you'll be able to know as to what they mean before you just use it. A person can be in charge if he or she handles the responsibility of the institution which the person works for. A person can be in control when they handle issues, when they address them as they come about. But fellow Liberians, the police inspector Gregory Coleman, he told the media, he told the Liberian people that he's in charge, he's in control, he knows what he's doing, and all of that. But from that statement, I will sit on this radio and tell you that Gregory doesn't know as to what he said. He don't know, I don't know as to if he understands it, but from what I'm looking at, he doesn't. Why do I say so? If Gregory Coleman, the Inspector General for the Liberia National Police, if he had been in charge, the police could have been, very, very, very much popular like the way they are now. That is how a person who is in control can handle issues. If he had been in control, the police wouldn't have been unpopular. If Gregory Coleman had been in control and in charge, people wouldn't have been clapping for the AFL when they were beating on the Liberia National Police. People wouldn't have been clapping. People would have been saying, but what's the meaning of that? And blah, blah, blah. If Gregory Coleman could have been in charge, they would have been hailing AFL officers. If Gregory Coleman had been in charge, all of the killings that go on around here, where at times officers are even being involved into it, and at the end of the day, there's nothing. We will not get a report or a solid reason as to why this happened, or as to if the officer who did it, as to if he will bear the penalty, as to if the case they will go into it, and if he's guilty, he'll be able to bear the penalty. We can't get any of them. If Gregory Coleman was in charge, the Liberia National Police, there wouldn't have been, some of them would have been acting reckless, like the way they always act reckless. Would have been fighting citizens as if to say they are fighting one of their officers. Have you seen it? A police and a citizen can go into a fight. The policeman doing his blow like this. Those of you on the television, you see what I'm doing. I saw that video. I was like, is this really happening? The policeman is doing as if to say he's wrestling. He gave two hands, his blow like this. Then the citizen together on a blow like this. Then the other people around, they won't go there. They won't go there. The other officers. So you know how I term it. It looks funny at times, but it's actually serious. It's looking like, because that video I saw it after what happened at the ERWA junction between the AFL and the Liberia National Police. So I saw the video, you know what I was telling one of my friends? I was laughing, talking there. I said, you know how the police and the citizens now, how they are behaving, because just watch the video. From this video, I will tell you that, and I'm going to say on the radio, I will tell you that those of you who were small before, and somebody happened doing something to you, but then this person here, you feel that this person is a big person, so you are thinking You don't have that courage to say you go and fight the person, because you feel that when you go and fight the person will beat you. So you don't have that courage. But every time the person go ahead and do the one, you will get vexed in yourself. You will get very angry and say, I don't even know whether I want to go to the person, whether I will beat the person or not. But I'm scary. I won't do it because I know very well the person older than me. So definitely the person will beat me. The person older than me, you small guy or small boy coming out. But because you feel that the person older than you, so you won't go there. You rather show as to age you can fight the person. But then on this day, the person carried that same behavior to somebody. Then the person, what? The same person who have been doing that thing to you. And then this other person beat the guy or the girl who have been carrying on that behavior with you. So you know what you say by yourself? But I never expected for, the person here to beat the man or the girl. But since the person beat the person, myself I will try my lot to the day the man do that thing to me, I will do my own back. The day the guy do all the girl do that thing to me, I will do my own. The person that beat says so, but the day the person try, I will do it. What happening between the police and the citizens now? Let me just explain it to you. The police have been carrying on their brutality with citizens, addressing citizens aggressively. Some of them, not all, addressing citizens aggressively, going ahead talking to them, just beating them in the streets for no reason at times. They don't even know how to address you to talk to you properly. Then when you respond to them, they will knock their batu on you or whatever on you because they feel that, they're part of the police and blah, blah, blah. The people just take the whole national thing and just put on their head because they're wearing police uniforms so they can do anything at any point in time. So this time around now, the AFL people came and the people, they tried on the AFL people, a guy from the AFL, and then they got called for recruitment and they beat them. So now the citizens say, oh, okay. So they think they can beat when they carry to AFL. The AFL people then go ahead and beat them. This time when they bring it to me now, we'll join inside. The video I'm talking about, if you watch it, it's serious. I just don't get a story, but it's serious. If you watch it, you all laugh at certain point in time, but then you will notice that it is serious. Because the policeman get a two blow, police and citizen, he get a blow that day. Then he wrestling, he tell me the man, he won't go near the man because he thinking that the man will be in. So his other friend, they are standing, mama lead the man, he doing that kind of things. And the police, they will continue to go into that issue. There was this incident at the same ELWA belt there before coming down to ST Corporal. You get a police there, then you get a PCC people. If you go there with a vehicle, you are not to stop there. That one by yes, you are not to stop there. But then they will just chunk the stuff on your car, and then when your car tire roll on it, will bust. Car tire, what you gotta go pay a good money for. So this guy was in his vehicle, army man, dressed up in his army uniform. So the guy, he did not actually stop, right? He had his car rolling. But then, he was driving slowly because he was looking out to see, he was actually to pick up somebody or give something out to somebody. So he was actually driving slowly, going down. And then the AFL, the police, and the PCC people, they just threw the thing under the main car. While the main car was rolling, the main car rolled over it, an entire bus. Now the man stop a car and put it in park. And actually speaking, you are not to park there. But they say you can't be rolling your car going. No, now what they say park. If they understand the meaning of park, they wouldn't really be doing it. So the guy got down from his car. If you see the guy body, the person we're talking about here, very huge. That guy, that AFL guy, he could have just grabbed the two people, the police and the PCC people, and just chunked them. It's the kind of person I'm talking. Huge. The guy got down. They stood up now. They're looking at the guy in a uniform. The guy said, but why you threw the thing under my car? I'm rolling my car. I did not stop. I did not even park. I'm rolling my car. I'm just looking for somewhere along this road. That's the reason why I'm rolling going. So I don't know why I threw under my car and then my tire now your post. They say I'm telling you the police and the PCC police start speaking in their code though, telling the man sorry for what they did. And that man was so calm. He just looked at them and said, yes, it's some of the things you can do when people react to it. Then you start talking. Now you will not even get money to fix my tire, but you're leaving. I will face it. The guy got in his car and went down the road with his bus tire and found ways to fix it. The guy bought a huge, he could just do one like that, and just chunk them. Why am I saying all of these things? I'm giving all of these instances to tell you that if Gregory Coleman was really in control, like he said, officers wouldn't, I'm not saying it would not happen, but the chances could be just small because you are in control. Because as soon as these things happen, you take action upon them. You'll be able to investigate and go into it. I don't know if you can recall, but at the Samuel Carrington Sports Complex, police used to have retreat there. In past government, they will go there for retreat. They will talk to them, tell them as to how, these things are necessary. But we can see it. The internet is somewhere that if even I hurt my leg in studio today, people here, they will carry me live. Definitely people will see. You can see these things happening. So that some of the police, majority of them, they have turned so reckless. Then Gregory came and tell the people, say, he's in control. You already know how people can be in control? Do you really know? Do you really know how people can be in control? If you were in control, officers would be shooting at peaceful citizens. Okay, so I understand it. Maybe Greg said that he's in control in the sense that because if these people getting us, imagine if people coming to protest, you see officers with guns standing at various intersections, if to say we come and get into war or we are into war. Let me tell you something that you don't know. For every time international communities, they are seeing our country little issue they're making us if to say something big coming happen in the country. Every time international communities will see people with guns in the street, people get their protective gear, everything on them. You see the EPS, the CAOSA, the Liberia National Police, OSA, DEA people, OSA, just for one little protest, they be doing all of these things. You know what will happen? The people will think that our country, we stable in the country. There's no stability. So definitely there's no need for them to come here and head on Liberia because 1 minute from now, you have people in the street. 1 minute from now, there's another people in the street. I don't know why they continue to do that. Yes, police have to come out to protect the people and everything. But the way in which they come out, they will bring police, they bring DEA, they bring EP. What is going on? But look at it all. Over the past, we're not trying to, sugarcoat anything, but let's be straight to the point. Over the past time, when these same people used to come us, you used to see the street looking at that. Oh, but why are you not telling government now you getting so scary? Why are you so scary? The same thing used to happen in past government. The people that used to bring people outside to the group outside, the same point in time where they have their guns and everything as if to say we coming going to war. But why is it now? They seem like bring people they elected you till your own time reach for it kind of thing. People getting us and people not ready protesting at that. People getting us out to be able to lay petitions so that you be listened to, you get scary. But some of you people, let's be real, will say they had you. Some of you people were into it. Some of you people put group us here. Carry dice. I can still recall carry dice from one community to another. Where you be talking about. Now that your time, then you say you putting people outside every time, but you stopping your own government from going forward because no sound-minded person. The people will say Liberia, we are at risks because every time you get officers outside, and if that is happening, then Liberia will not be going anywhere. And that is what we don't want. Because I don't care. My least thing is to say, the government, they should. No. I said this to you, I want the government to prosper. Because if Liberia is going forward, like I always say, we are going, no matter what kind of government that comes. It's just politics. But once they are governing well, our country is going forward. And I will be able to sit here, cheer for them, clap for them if they are doing the right things. But Gregory cannot say that he's in charge and he's not in charge. So are you in charge by making the country to look the way it is looking? Or you are in charge by sending your officers outside to be reckless, to be aggressive, to be rude, to take a battery for people's car, to fight your citizens? You know, the thing is that people don't even know how to do the job. You are an officer. You stop the vehicle. And most often, I shouldn't lie to you, most often is if police officers stop a vehicle, majority of the vehicles can actually stop. They're rolling plenty in the country. So you can tell another road. No. So you will have to stop. When this person stops, as an officer, you have to be polite. It doesn't mean that when you get on the Liberia National Police uniform, you should just talk to people anyhow. Some of them can be polite, but majority, the thing is, they will be doing as if they say you two are even making palao. They stop you to make palao with you. Be very calm. That's your work. Interact with the person. Oh, excuse me, ma'am, what happened? I'm not seeing plates on your car. Can I see your driver's license? If the person doesn't have it, oh, ma'am, that's a violation. So if you don't have your driver's license, you have to go with me. I'll have to issue you a ticket. We go to the station. But some of them get everyone for the car to go to the station. If you're really doing the right thing, you will say yes. Oh, can we go to the station? When you go to that station, at the end of the day, that person be issued the ticket. I'm saying you should take the other side and say, oh no, let it be so my member, where you get that. No. If the person is being issued the ticket, they will know that you are for business. Nobody will say, oh, they come and play fun. Because you're doing any kind of side thing. But you will be aggressive to the person at the end of the day, then tell the person, say, give me small thing. It doesn't work like that. Then Greg go take money, you see on the highway, oh, you see money from officer, because officer collecting money. You really think that what you're supposed to do? You should be having, how you can call the thing, you should be having meetings with these people every time. Have workshops and tell them as to how to conduct things. Because Greg, you go up, you come down, you are not in charge. So let's play this video. When we play it, we get back here, we go to the phone lines, and after it, we will end on the investigative report from the Capitol building. That is what we will end on this morning. So let's play this quickly. This is a very short video we're going to play. When we play it, you listen, then we open the phone lines so that some of you can just, be able to weigh in on this. Okay?
So yes, okay. I do acknowledge that we have our own force of people. The people are more and more resistant to the enforcement of law. So yes, I do acknowledge that we have our own force of failures, but people act as if nobody cares, nobody do anything, nobody's able to listen. I am in charge, I am in control. Thank you.
Okay.
So yes, I do acknowledge that we have our own force of failures, but people act as if nobody cares, nobody do anything, nobody's able to listen. I am in charge. I am in control. Thank you.
Okay, 077-341-9502, 077-341-9502, 055-1847-11, 1847-11, 0555. These are the two numbers for those of you in the counters. Females, 0773-978564. For those of you on Robert, 0779-003-835, 0779-003-835. Let me take my time to call it. 0779-003-835. 0779-003-835. Those of you in Monrovia, your loose time number to call is 0880-907-907. Those of you in the counties, 0773-419-502. And for the Lone Star subscribers in the counties, you call on 0555-1847-11. For the females, it is 0773-978-564. Let's talk to this person. Morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Morning.
Good morning, the people. Good morning, Samara. Good morning to the loving people of the Manakura.
Morning. Let's hear you.
I'm Sarah Johnson calling from Banana Keba.
Okay.
You know,
The issue of the police people, they get some people that really not know that job. We get some money in Bonaventure Kiaba, we starting. You get police officer that came on a Christmas day. The major came out, the man borrow one of my friends, the major who the because people causing problem in the just one for the man to rest. The man asked him, what are they to you? He said nothing. He just want for the man to go rest. The next morning he will put the man outside. Okay. We have to the intersection of Kiaba before going up the doorstep road. In the day, motor bars can be parking right over there. You can seize the motor bar. You can stop the motor bar. In the evening, me and my brother were on the bar going back to get you. We have to the junction, they said him, Joro rest there. We stop the bar, Joro ready. He stay on the bar, the man can't hold him. He hold the motor back, he say motor bar not to park down there. Well, the local employer no parking here. You know, they really need to work on their job. Yeah,
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Morning.
Not to park down there.
Morning. You're live.
Yes, bro. As you are saying about Greg, yes, Greg is in charge. But the chair that the man is speaking in, you're not understanding. Although people doing war, when they were killing human being, eating human being, the behavior that they carry on because there was no respect for human life at that time. So Greg, they are in charge because the state violation they carry on that day, they still thinking about it. Because when APFL were fighting war, we used to see APFL and APFL, the two groups will fight each other. You see, APFL will fight against one another. They see flashing, they fight one another. So, way back we said the government is no different from the APFL. At the time that Taylor was not elected, a president was MPFL was MPFL at that time. So the point we're making, there is no difference between the rebel days and this day, because every behavior that people do that day when war was fighting in this country, that's what the people of the government are carrying on. Go to all the country. You come back to Bon County, administrative building, superintendent compound. You will not go to any country that you will see anything. But because our people know that they were going to be reckless in Bon County, they keep quick and put those places in vain because they know that when they do evil, they say they want to go see them. They would like the gate, they don't want citizens to enter. You see, so
Okay, thank you.
Teachers,
Okay.
because Greg know that those days when they were fighting war, they used to fight against one another. So today they are fighting war. This is war government. There's nothing extra from being a revolution, a crisis. This crisis we in under the administration.
Okay, thank you. This person, morning.
Good morning.
You're alive.
I'm Danny Dantan calling from Clarkstown.
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much this morning for your talking point. We know police officers, some of the police officers have their own problem. Yeah, they're bringing really disgrace to the police force. But for the regulation that is going on right now to stop motorcyclists.
No, that is not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're done with the sackless issue.
Okay, but
Thank you. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
I'm Hassan MKD calling from a resident of Kawa Coffee Farm.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, firstly, based on the issue of the whole police stuff, you know, sometimes the way in which you present yourself is what gives you respect. But the people activities that they say, you know, you see your officer will come to you, close to you, they may say they send for you or order for you because you went to the extent, he jumped to the extent to even talk to you, and you even get that good manner approach to even to solve problem. So even because I said of Fumpa read to that intersection of that Keba in there. Yeah. On the other side, so they gotta be meticulous in that doing. Even though if you are doing the work, you always within yourself, you have the perception to say, oh, I'm working for the Liberians. For everything aside, but you know, some of them, they will just go and say, oh, the government also this, because based on hard shit, you know, other people are going contrary because based on hard time. And do not allow hard time to carry you into a hole that you think that it will not be okay for you.
Okay.
So they gotta be exact.
Okay.
Let us do our work.
Okay. Thank you. So that is it. Thank you. We take few more calls here up to 9:15. At 9:15, we move on to our next conversation. 0773419502 05551847111. These are the numbers for those of you in the counters. 0779003835 0880907907. Morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm Ivan calling from Broski. Yes, on a police issue, you're rare got to talk to the people because it's common to us. Some of our our parents are renting from people. Let's say the police will stay on the street. We'll go marking out and stay on the street. They don't run behind us. I beg you, got to talk to the people. And also me, I would tell the driver, I would do the way they have to do. I would tell you. The police are working. The video people are seeing. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Hey. They own back, they parking every passenger you own more from their parents and they go to they go to plans on the thing for 2 years for them. They doing it, they don't say that work for doing the same thing.
Okay, thank you. This person, let's talk to this person. Morning.
Hello?
Yes, you're live.
Yes,
okay.
Yellow,
the subscriber you are.
Police, I said, now they are not running behind Jasper. If I have my thing, I would put it and send it off Facebook. Man, running behind people for Jasper on the street. So that's it for you. Come in to say with Jet. Man, running behind people for Jet. You want to fire, you don't move. And they take my press and put it in a car, white paper, 2 people they have. I don't want to follow with gas. I don't want to arm myself. Running behind Jasper. You want to fire, you don't move. Who's fighting what? So you get fast on other people with glass and Jesus, what happened there? You will get but you can't care about the thing done. Yeah, my man, I'm getting on. All right, man, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you, my brother. Okay, so that's it. You've listened. That is what is happening. So Gregory is not in charge. I can say that for sure because if you are in charge, there are a couple of things that wouldn't even be happening, right? Couple of things that won't be happening. These are the least things that people expect if you are really in charge. If you are in charge, then the Liberia National Police should be one of the decent places. It should be. But if you're not in charge, that's the reason why we are having all of the things that's happening. Every day there's another news from the Liberia National Police. Every day. If he's not taking battery from a person's car, then he and the taxi driver, they are fighting. If not, then he hanging on the taxi and the man pull out the taxi. If not, you yes say somebody die. If not, you yes say the police did this, the police got gun. They say they're gonna unidentified gun, or unregistered gun, or whatever. Every day there's just another news concerning the Liberian National Police. But then the police inspector Greg is here to tell the Liberian people that he's in charge. How can you say so? When you're in charge, you don't need to say it for yourself. People will be able to say it. People will see it. People will feel it that you are in charge. They will feel it. You don't have to be telling people say you're in charge. When people are in charge, people can know. There are some entities that you have people in charge that people know that they are in charge. They are not saying it all around, I'm in charge. No. People are feeling the impact. That is wherein people know that you are in charge. This person, morning.
Yes, morning.
Yes, you're live.
Yeah. I'm Divan, also calling from Estela. Yeah, we really got to talk to these police people. Even on Broad Street, if they are saying, they say they traffic police, I know, how many of them they can put on there. They can't be under the area of any man trying to buy a going to. I pray they don't go not to me with my going to put most of them put here again. Every weapon now When they go to jail like that, they can be young, they be this behavior on the citizen, even when it doesn't go in the motor company. The police do the thing, she didn't say. You know, who marking and passing jump on the people, they will start stopping you, putting pepper spray in your arbor. They go down, brush, you get a water. People have been racking up people, choking the citizen with it. So that people may not doing anything about it. They may not doing anything. Most of the police men are acting and they ain't and they are and go to on a misbehavior, money acting challenge. I know how many police men none on brush guard can put and then they can put it back. So they do the drill and they see me, they go misbehave people. What I want for? We really got to talk to the police people. You know, so we the citizens, they will get that way. I will not do that. Only I'm know them be a friend about the police. They don't say the police never for me. It will not be good, man. I will not deal with the news. The people behaving that to see in like bro, we suffering all our war fighting. They really suffering us. So we the citizens will get fed up with it. We misbehave on us.
Okay, thank you. The citizens shouldn't misbehave, please. That is not something that we call for. These people, they should be respected at all times. You know, the thing is, if even you come in contact with them, it's just good that you always be on your right point. Though at times they push people, but you be able to adhere to whatever they will say. It's important that you do it because you are to do it too. But just the way, just that at times the way in which to take it, that's the reason why it can call for commotion. But when an officer stop you, you are to stop. It is your bounty to stop. When officer stop you, you're supposed to stop. And when he asks you for whatever, if you have it, you show it. If you don't have it on you, you tell the officers blah blah blah. You know, y'all have a conversation. But when I say, when the officer, you be to go to confront the officer and you people go physical, that is not something that we encourage on this platform. Yeah, so we're talking about their recklessness, some of them, but we will not encourage you to disrespect them. Yes, never, because they are protector of you people and also the law. So it's not something that we will encourage to say, citizens, no. So my brother, at times they make people vex, but anger can solve anything. Yeah, if even the men step, the Bible says if somebody slap your left ear, you should get your right ear, right? So if you're the officer, let people be your witness. Let people witness it. If you're the officer do this, to just be calm with him, I don't care how hungry you are, just be calm with him, man. So you leave the scene and everything. Yes. So this person, morning. Morning. Yes, you're live. Your name and where are you joining us from?
My name is Gaspar P. calling from Olafon.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yes, I just want to ask a question about how the police, the way the police behaving. If the police can be, they can be taken to court if they do anything wrong. Because the police just go out about harassing people and then they coming from inside.
My brother, if you on your right point, you can take police to court. If the police is wrong, they will be able to bear the penalty. Our police not above the law now. So they are all, law enforcement people, but once you are on your right point, the policeman are human being, yourself, you human being too. So he has his ethics. Yeah, he has his ethics, things he's to do and things he's not to do. So if the person go ahead and wrong you to that extent, and if you feel that you want to go ahead to carry it the legal way, you can do that. Hello, he's listening to his radio. Morning.
Good morning.
You're live. Your name and where are you joining us from?
I'm Shaka Monova calling from Banjaman City, Lofa County.
How is Banjaman this morning?
Banjaman is very kind.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Topic on our discussion. Yeah. Look, let me tell you something. The police are working on behalf of the Liberian people. Mm-hmm. And we elected this government to do what they told us that when we elect them, they will be able to do. If we that elected the government are violating, the police have to come in as the eyes and ears of the government
You don't expect surveillance to go on the street. Number one, if ever Senator to us that they will stop Campbell from selling gas on the street. If I'm wrong, you correct me. And that has come to effect. Secondly, the motorcyclists who are flying the stand in Monrovia, they were moving freely, no problem. But every time, look, after the war, we always used to cry on ex-combatants. So motorcyclists are just telling others, oh, they are ex-combatants. Anything they say that we're more happy. And this can just continue. Secondly, to the media, when you people are on the air, you people should always preach peace. What we find ourselves in is what we vote.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, so is it that you have been listening to this radio, or what are you doing? Are you giving your point, or you are advising? Which one are you doing?
I'm giving my point.
Okay, so to the media, I don't think that one is necessary, because if you have been listening to this radio, these are things that we always talk about. Okay, so nobody saying, listen, you have your time to talk. Let me have my time. Nobody saying that, the cyclists should do this. We're saying that there should be procedure, there should be the right way that you be able to take these people from the street. And we were not even talking about Campbell's business. Nobody had Campbell conversation on this radio. So you just brought that in. But if the government, though we will preach peace, but if the government, is doing something that is not right, if the government is not on the right path, we should be able to checkmate them too. Not because we'll be preaching peace, then it means when some things happen, we should not say it out because we want to preach peace. No, then it leads to crisis. So if these things happen, we will say it out. If Greg is saying that he's in control, he's not in control, we will say it out. So you have some good police officers, you have some officers who are very nice. They talk to you nicely. But on the other hand, you also have some reckless officers. Just the same way how you have some reckless cyclists and you have some good cyclists. So if you see the reckless one, we will talk about the reckless one and be able to give the good ones their flowers. Like you have been listening, what we say on this radio is there are some good officers. You have good officers. But you have the reckless ones among them, and one apple for the whole tree. That's the reason why you hear people. But we always distinguish and tell the Liberian people that it is not all of the officers.
Excuse me now, we can't just continue talking. There should be point of injection.
No, listen, but it's I'm the one running the show, and I'm actually giving you extra time to have a conversation with you. So it's not like we should be. It's not a studio time being paid for. Yeah. So let's hear you. What you say?
Okay, if the regulars one come in, every police have a badge with number. Take down their number and make sure.
So let me just come in. Let me just come in. It will interest you to know that I stopped. One of the officers stopped me, and I stopped. And the officer told me to identify myself. And I asked the officer, "Can you please identify yourself? When you identify yourself, let me know who I'm having a conversation with. And afterwards, I will give you my lessons. I will give you whatever." It will interest you to know that officer did not have, the officer never had an ID card. And not just one. The other time, one of my colleagues, he came across one again. He was on his back, flying the streets, and the officer stopped him. So we're just saying these things to tell you majority of them, not all of them, but some of them, imagine how officers are going in the street, no ID card. So who I'm talking to, who I can put my lesson in this? How do I know who I'm interacting with? But yeah, instead the person get uniform on, the uniform even get number on it. So it's like the officers, they will always say, some of them have been complaining that they will always show their own uniforms. So that is it. That's all the time we have for you. Morning.
Good morning.
You're live, Mama.
Let me say good morning to people at Seku. We are done with you this morning. This is Puma with from our capital chat this morning.
Okay.
Senora, the issue of the police response is going out of hand. Senora, we don't say ourselves at that point with us. Our police officer will try to arrest you. We don't even care to ask.
Yeah.
Themselves.
Me, I can ask them.
The person will come to me, you are not in protection. They want to talk about it. Then you will see us, we will say it for the man.
and then we follow them to the station. But right as an officer, you know the police people they left for people to go by the law, but they themselves they don't live by the law. A police officer when they arrest
the first thing you do is to show your ID card. You the officer, you holding your hand, showing I'm officer so and who are you? Yeah, that's the conversation.
General, I think the police officer they go into the bars, police Nigeria show or Ghanaian show, let it be watching it. Let us see how those guys can arrest. The first when officer reach to the hoop, they will have their ID card in their hand.
Yeah, they identify themselves.
And officer, they pursue a place, you are needed to the station, and you don't need to say any word or it will be used against you in the court of law. You will see that person will obey and then go. But the police guy will want for the ticket man or the motorbike man to identify themselves by their own lefty. The machine is their own lefty, but for them when they can arrest, they will not show ID card. They want us to live by the law, but they will not live by the law. I think it's too much in this country. It is not good. And say, no, let me just send to the airport parliament for rejecting the so-called lawmaker flag yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, Senora, today is one of the best days in my life. Senora, today I will buy one big bottle of beer. I will drink it today and sleep sound because today is one of the best days. By rejecting 50 cents in Reteku hair. Reteku by 50 cents in a hair. When we exist our law in our country, then they want for airport to recognize it. The people, we are basically minor people, so we still recognize you as any group in Nigeria. Thank you for the time I took.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. The time is 13 minutes past 9 o'clock. And gradually we are approaching 10 o'clock here on the broadcast. It's about time that we transition. Going to our next conversation. That has to do with the investigative report from the Capitol building. So, weeks back, the Capitol building, there was a fire in the main chambers. And there have been, conversation, investigation going on concerning this issue and everything. But quickly, before we go to it, the CDC, led by its chairman, was cut Speaker Fonati Kofa at the police headquarters on today. So, the embattled speaker, that's how I like to call him, and call Richard Kun the majority bloc speaker. That's how I feel good calling them. So the embattled speaker, Fonati Kofa, he was to be at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police on Monday, which and it was being postponed to today concerning this whole fire incident at the Capitol building and everything. So on today, he will be at the Liberia National Police headquarters, along with the chairman of the Coalition for Democratic Change and some seditions who said that they will go there in solidarity with him. Okay. So, concerning the fire outbreak at the Capitol building, like, I will tell all Liberians who's listening to me right now that the fire at the Capitol building the other day, it is not something that we encourage. It is not something that should make anybody happy, because it is a setback. It is a waste of resources. And it is not good for our democracy. Depends if somebody actually caused the fire there. It's not something we encourage. I will tell anybody here before we go into the investigative report, I will tell you that if the investigation is being done clearly and there is a person who's responsible for such act, that person should bear the penalty of it. Because taking another money, going to renovate the place there, that money, it will be used to put drugs in JFK, where people die on a daily basis. It will be used for other things. But then it will be extracted and being used at a building wherein somebody went there and burned, if it is that. But about this reporting, at a point in time, you had the fire service, the Liberian National Police. They told the Liberian people that they are at the peak of the investigation. They know as to what happened, what was the cause of the fire. It was arson and blah blah blah. They had a lot to say. Going forward again, they decided to call in foreign experts to investigate the matter. Something that you told the Liberian people that you already know the cause of it. You say you want to bring in foreign people to investigate again. The question is that not a waste of money? Of course it is. If you're saying that you already know the cause of it, then go ahead and be able to settle it. But you say you needed somebody else to come, foreign aids to kind of help with the investigation. And the foreign aid was not catching who do the fire. No, it's just to help as to what caused the fire. But then fire service and the Liberian National Police Inspector General said that they know as to what caused the fire. But then they came back and said they needed investigation. So the money that was being paid to the foreign experts, it was just for them to find out as to what caused the fire. The same reason why, I keep saying that thing because I want to understand that they see people said that they knew the cause of the fire. But then they call people to investigate the cause of the fire. Okay. The people came, they did an investigation. We have to report that. We read it out to the Liberian people. It's your right to know as to the conclusion that they came to. But we said that this investigation could have gone the other way because of the statement that was being made by the president when the fire incident happened at the Capitol building. That whosoever that is responsible will be brought to justice and everything. Why we said that the investigation could have turned the other way, we said that because the first thing is you don't know the cause of the fire. So why just speculate that somebody caused it? At times, some people's house get burned due to electrical faults. Yeah, it happens. But let's go into the report. We'll give it out to you. We're going to read it out. You listen. And we have a conversation around it. And then we take calls. Okay? We'll just take a few calls around this. And then we call it a day. And also, before we leave this morning, those of you who's following the page on Facebook, you'll notice that we did a post about the current Secretary General of the opposition party, Congress for Democratic Change. He wrote the United States of America president. And we will read it out what he wrote to the President Donald Trump of America. We will read out what he wrote to you so that you'll be able to listen. Jefferson Kochi, he did it right up to the President of America. Okay, so here is it. And right after we get you read the investigative report and go into this one, we'll bring you the reading of what the Secretary General of CDC, Jefferson Kochi, wrote to the President of the United States of America. Okay, so it says Fire Rescue Alliance, Fire Investigative Report, Investigator. You have Ken Perlman, Chief, Fire Chief, and then Jerry Stratt, Fire Chief, Mark Land, Fire Chief, right? You have Property Address, Camp Johnson Road, City Monrovia, County Montserrat, State Liberia, Dwelling Tab, Assembly Liberia, Capitol Building, Protection, no sprinklers, no smoke detector, no central alarm monitoring. Incident date December 18, 2024, time approximately 06 to 06:32. Cause injuries not recorded, death none. FD, Liberia National Fire Service, blah 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 blah. So you have a lot there. Now we will go straight to the conclusion. That's the important part of it. You have the incident here, which of course we said it, and blah blah blah. But going straight to the conclusion. Here it reads. Based on a systematic fire investigation following best practices, the fire has been classified as incendiary in nature. You want to know what is incendiary? I will give the meaning of it to you people. That one I will do it on my own, because the book that I put there, not everybody knows the meaning of what I just called. So I will give you the meaning of it right here. I will do that one on my own. What does incendiary means? It's igniting materials spontaneously relating to or being a weapon designed to start fire. So they say the cause of it was incendiary, meaning somebody did it. Before we reach the whole conclusion, me I finish concluding it for you, because that's the same thing I can be real. Somebody did the whole process, faced the weapon. That one not weapon, because they said it's all gallon there. Yeah, say everything carry that on the face, so that una weapon or gallon, according to them, maybe gas or in the gallon or whatever, carry it there and be able to do it. Incendiary in nature. The determination was reached through a methodical analysis of fire patterns, material damage, witness statement, and physical evidence processed and collected at the scene. So how is it they determine it here? They determine it by the materials that have been damaged. They determine it by witness statement. The determination of the fire incident. Witness statement. That's the reason why they call the foreign experts. We get it there. I will just be breaking it down as I reading it through. The area of origin has been identified at or near the speaker's podium. There where the fire started, there where it originated. When you say originated, and where the fire business started, near the speaker's podium. Or in this, they wanted an investigative report. The investigative report saying the speaker's podium. They said the deputy speaker podium. Okay, let's go. Not deputy, but the former speaker's podium. They said the speaker's podium. Where the most significant fire damage was identified. The finding is supported by burn pattern analysis and correlates with witness statements regarding the first windows breaking on the west side of the building, which introduced additional oxygen and intensified the fire. Our investigation includes that a fire originating near the speaker's podium will involve a lot of computers such as furniture, clothes burning, foam chairs, carpet, and the like. The rapid spread of fire suggests an inactable liquid was used liquid, where is it? Where am I? I'm sorry. Was used to allow such a fire to spread to full involvement within a minute. So the fire, according to their investigative report, the fire started from the speaker's podium, and then liquid was used in order for the fire to spread. Okay. Where are we? Okay. Above the speaker's podium was a vertical wall covered with wood paneling and the Liberian crest on its face. With the fire originating at or near the podium, the fire moved vertically up the wall and crossed the underneath side of the west wall balcony. It then moved vertically up the front of the wood-covered backdrop with the Liberia crest and to the ceiling. Our investigation ruled out an electrical cause. An electrical cost. And as an examination of electrical conductors in the area of origin found no evidence of arson or short circulating. Additionally, prior vandalism had resulted in exterior electrical conductors being cut, further eliminating the possibility of an electrical ignition source. No evidence or engineered appliances or active electrical loads was present at the time of the fire. Building maintenance stated the air conditioning units were not working, and if they were, they would not have been in use, as they do not operate them unless the chamber is in use. Within the area of origin and along primary egress routes, we located 8 1-gallon containers. 8 1-gallon containers. What do you mean? We located 8 1-gallon containers. The container get S to 8 1-gallon containers, which were not observed in the building less than 24 hours prior during a legislative meeting. The placement of these containers, particularly near exits, suggests intentional effort to obstruct egress and increase fire spread may have been the intent. Considering the lack of accidental ignition sources, the presence of ignitable materials in key areas, and fire behavior consistent with an incendiary act, the cause of the fire has been classified as intentional. This conclusion is based on our objective evaluation of all available data, providing an unbiased and systematic approach to the fire investigation. Additional forensic analysis and collaboration with law enforcement may be required to further assess motive, means, and responsible parties. These opinions are held to a reasonable degree of probability and are based upon information available at the time of the investigation. The file will be closed at this time, but we reserve the right to open the investigation if additional information becomes available later. Submitted respectfully, Chief Jerry Scratch, Chief Mark Land, Chief Clan Prilaman. Yes, that is his last name. And it's being submitted to the Inspector General, Liberia National Police, March 4th, 2025, 10 a.m. So that was the investigation from the foreign experts about the fire incident. They said I was intentional and that they saw a gallon being placed there. So they're saying They did the investigation based on witness statements. These are things that they did the investigation on. So they were saying that the file is being closed. They are done with the investigation. And the people responsible, the responsible party who's heading the case, the Liberia National Police, the fire service, they will go ahead to their investigation to see as to who did it intentionally. So that is a fellow Liberians. The case is the people closed their file already. So it is left with the Liberia National Police and investigators to go ahead and investigate this case and be able to bring the perpetrator to justice. Listen to the reading. Now, you'll be able to make your point on it. But before that, let's go and read what the Secretary General of the Opposition Party, CDC, what he wrote to the U.S. President. So I'm reading currently from Voice of Liberia page, and we posted this, and it reads, former City Mayor and Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Jefferson Koji, writes the President of the United States of America, His Excellency Donald Trump. February 26, 2025. His Excellency President Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Dear President Trump, 1 year ago, I visioned that the United States of America would once again elect you as president. I was optimistic that the regional and global problems that persisted under the Democrats' corruption, democratic instability, continuous aggression in the Middle East, major human rights violation, and the growing threat of the sexual revolution will come to an end. In particular, our world has been subjected to an unending redefinition of sexual identities and orientations, diverting American taxpayer funds from addressing real essential problems in human history to promoting gender revisionism in vulnerable African nations, and even in the United States itself. In Africa, the issue extends far beyond teaching a boy to be a girl or a girl to be a boy. Our fundamental challenges stem from within, and we must stand in solidarity with a leader like you, whose vision aligns with the deep desires of both the African and American people. Your presidency comes at a critical time when nations are failing to establish mechanisms for self-reliance while imposing artificial hardships on their citizens. I'm confident that your leadership will promote self-sufficiency, personal responsibility, and the values of self-determination. We are tired of being beggars in a land endowed with God-given natural resources that should be used to feed our people and eradicate extreme poverty. The state of affairs in Liberia. In Liberia, the misuse of U.S. foreign aid has led to deep social and political crisis. For example, the 17 million tax advisory project was cancelled, and U.S. aid allocated 1.5 million for voter confidence, yet our country remains mired in corruption and instability. President Joseph Boakai has consistently violated our nation's law, undermining democratic accountability and the very foundations on which our democracy was built. He orchestrated a legislative coup by using state resources to remove a legally elected Speaker, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, in an effort to consolidate control over the legislature and interfere with fiscal policy. Additionally, he is operating a treasonable budget, one that was not signed by the duly elected Speaker, thereby eliminating the necessary checks and balances in governance. According to Article 76, Section 5 of the Liberian Constitution, treason consists of attempting to abrogate, subverting, or attempting or conspiring to subvert the Constitution by use of force or show of force in any other means which attempt to undermine this Constitution. Under President Boakai, human rights violations have reached an unprecedented level, with over 100 reported deaths in just 1 year. These deaths stem from state-sponsored persecution, gang rape, police brutality, and ritualistic killings. Despite these grief atrocities, the president has failed to reconcile our nation. President Boakai has also engaged in political harassment against institutions and individuals who express dissent. On August 5th and 22nd, 2024, police violently, let's get it here, okay. Let's see, I'm sorry, I lost it. We're trying to get it, okay. Okay, okay. On August 5th and 22nd, 2024, police violently invaded the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change, attacking peaceful citizens and causing over 50,000 in property damage. Furthermore, President Boakai instructed the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia to deploy soldiers at the airport to prevent former President George Weah from accessing the VIP lounge upon his arrival. This act of state-sanctioned intimidation nearly resulted in an assassination attempt on former President Weah on June 6, 2024. Additionally, Liberians who welcomed Weah on this day were brutally assaulted. The president has also influenced the arbitrary dismissal of numerous employees at the Monrovia city government for simply expressing their grievances on social media, a clear violation of their constitutional rights. We move down to rampant corruption. When President Boakai assumed office under his so-called rescue mission, he pledged to fight corruption and uphold good governance. However, his administration has become a hub of financial misconduct. Some notable cases include 2.3 million in unaccounted expenses, 15 million in off-budget expenditures, 100,000 transferred onto the president's personal debit card for authorized transactions, 274,000 $239 paid to former Central Bank Governor Aloysius Talu for his resignation, $75,000 allocated for a $45,000 vehicle for the National Oil Company of Liberia CEO Rosalind Swakoko Dennis, inflicting costs through fraud. Despite these glaring cases of corruption, millions of Liberians lack access to clean drinking water, electricity, employment, and health care. Given this level of mismanagement, Liberia is unprepared to handle direct foreign aid under President Bouakai. A full-scale investigation into previous U.S. aid grants to Liberia is necessary, particularly the $1.5 million allocated for voter confidence. As the former mayor of Monrovia, I previously warned the U.S. government that U.S. aid funds were being used to manipulate electoral integrity. Evidence has since emerged that the Election Coordinating Committee, parentheses open ECC closes, which received these funds, were actively colluding with the ruling party, Unity Party. USAID or U.S. aid unwavering support to the ECC, as expressed by Ms. Catherine Rodriguez, was an unacceptable intrusion into Liberia's political system. Appreciation for Elon Musk. Let's see, I'm always missing out on this. Okay. Elon Musk's effort in government efficiency. I want to extend my sincere appreciation to the U.S. Department of Government Efficiency and Elon Musk for exposing corruption within U.S. aid and in countries like Liberia. Investigating foreign aid misuse is a necessary step forward. Accountability and reform, ensuring that American taxpayer money is used appropriately. A plea for Liberians facing deportation. That is what we move to. President Trump, I urge you to reconsider the deportation of 1,563 Liberians currently residing in the United States. Many of them fled political persecution and violence and have contributed immensely to both the U.S. economy and Liberia's development through remittances. Deporting them under President Bouakai's regime marked by widespread rape, murder, and economic collapse will endanger their lives and devastate their families. Your previous policies demonstrated a commitment to protecting Liberians, including your 2018 extension of deferred enforced departure and the 2019 enactment of the Liberian Refugee Immigration Fairness. A similar act of compassion today will strengthen U.S.-Liberia relations and safeguard thousands of vulnerable individuals. Move to upholding religious values over gender confusion. As a devout Christian, I am grateful for your efforts to restore the image of the Holy Bible in the White House and across America. The establishment of the Faith Advisory Council is a monumental step in preserving religious freedom and combating radical gender ideologies. Your leadership in this area mirrors the biblical role of Cyrus, the Persian ruler who liberated the Jews from Babylon. Conclusion. Mr. President, as the former mayor of Monrovia and Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change, I implore you to stand with the Liberian people in our fight against corruption, human rights violations, and democratic erosion. Liberia has always shared a deep historical bond with the United States. Our capital city, Monrovia, is named after President James Monroe. Our largest hospital honors President John F. Kennedy. Today, we look to you as a leader who can help guide Liberia through its current crisis. Your leadership is critical in protecting Liberians at home and abroad, ensuring accountability in U.S. foreign aid, and defending the values that define both our nations. Sincerely, Jefferson T. Kochi, National Secretary General, Congress for Democratic Change, former Mayor, Monrovia City Government. So that is the release. It's the letter that the former city mayor and current Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change wrote to the U.S. President, talking about foreign aid. He said, you listened? He said that there should be an investigation done before helping. And he also talked about the deportation. He talked about corruption. And there are a couple of things he talked about already. And you listen. So we have 12 minutes claiming up to 10 o'clock. Within the 12 minutes, let us take 10 minutes call. Then the 2 minutes we use it to wrap up. I call it a day here. So we read out the investigative report from the Capitol building fire incident. And also we just read out the letter that Jefferson Kochi did to or wrote to the President of the U.S. What are your thoughts? What do you say about them? 07709079070 08009079070 07790038350 077397856 077341950 0555184711 08809079070. These are the numbers to call in order to make your point here on the broadcast. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm okay. Let's hear you.
Yeah, they must call a call for Bangabongande.
Okay.
Okay, when it comes to the issue of letter that was written by Jefferson Kochi, that letter is good. But then, when you talk about corruption, with the citizen, we know that there are something they did in the country, they were not right. Mm-hmm. That was brought shame to some of us that came with the CDC, that lay with the CDC, and we stay for the CDC. I think corruption is a thing that then have caused a problem in this country. The only one that I really like in the one that is saying about the people that supposed to leave from the U.S. are supposed to come. So we all put our voice to that letter. We call it on the American president to have clemency on those people, that the people remain there, because coming here in the hardship that we're in the kind of country where the country has been placed in the hands of the rebel, where the rebel are doing anything that they can do to eliminate all of people in this country. I think it would be right for President Trump to reconsider the decision for those people to remain there. When it comes to the Capital Building saga, my representative is Jim Colette. So there is no investigation. It is Jim Colette who point at Capital Building. Every day I talk and we talk about the Capital Building because Jim Colette know that Capital Building was going to catch up with fire. Why you want you took those chairs? I know how you will know that place was going to get a fire. So what kind of investigation that the fire service are doing? What kind of investigation that the police is doing? When somebody already gone to the place and remove the thing, after removing the thing, the fire there, that change could have been investigated. That representative, that our representative from District 2 here in Bonkade, our representative in that area, before corruption comes in the country. Jim Colette is the person responsible for that fire incident. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. This person, yeah. Good morning. Okay, that person is not there. Let's talk to this other person. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Samara. How you doing?
Please walk away from your monitor.
Thank you. How you doing this morning? Good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
I'm okay. My name is James Wade. I'm the chairman of the Veteran Assembly District 16 Nikutown, to be specific. My concern has to do with the report that you just read, from those guys call themselves experts of, fire investigation. That report, that trash they put together, they call report, that is stage managed. In fact, somebody said that, they accused somebody who put fire in the place and they began arresting people, called names. All of those that they accused belong to the opposition, CQs. You understand? Including those who are going to be escorted today to the police to answer questions. Then you turn around, you say you are inviting, experts to come and investigate fire. When they say that, their investigation ruled out, electrical fault. Instead of fault we play in this country, people are already need people who put fire there. They start torturing people over the border. So if you come here consider yourself to be a so-called fire expert, you leave the investigation results behind. What is it they are doing? So do they want to tell you why you are saying that these people are involved and whatsoever is that true? The people don't know what they are doing. In fact, who gave you the report that Gallon was there and whatsoever? Have you called in any security commander that was in charge of Capitol building at the time, or police people who left there immediately after the protest to show you what happened there? What is the explanation in your report? Anybody explain anything? Have you called in anybody from Capitol building who is in charge of security to give you any investigation, to explain anything to you? Then you brought trash here, you said this is the result of your investigation. We are not stupid here. All right? We are not stupid here. This investigation, nothing will come out of it. Nobody involved. Why they took the chairs for the investigation? Why they took the chairs for Capitol building? Do they know that fire was going to go there? They are the ones that are responsible. Thank you very much this morning.
Thank you. That's your own point. Okay, let's talk to this person right here this morning. This person, morning. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Samra. How are you this morning?
We're live. I'm okay. Hello?
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. My name is Solomon L.G. I call you from Bon County, Banga, Bon County.
Let's hear you.
No, let me tell you, Samira, I want to say thank you for the program this morning. But let me inform some of our citizens of this country. The radio station is where our ordinary people listen to development, to tangible information. So somebody just coming on the radio to say lawmaker from Bon County is the one that bring the Capitol building out. He should be questioned this morning. He should come on and tell us how James College in Bon County bring that Capitol building. And let me say something about the letter written by the Secretary General of this of the past government, that is the CDC government. No, let me tell you something. That will be serious in this country. When Jefferson County got to know that this country corruption is in this country, you can't denigrate our country. Where if you want to say something to the U.S. president, I think it got to be serious. This country is meant for betterment. We need development in this country. Therefore, go all of those small, this denigration, this lying. So thank you very much this morning for your program.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this person. Then we'll talk to one more person and call it a day. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're live.
My name is Joseph Toba from Bon County.
Yes, I hear you.
I want to know why the cat girl go pay the money. No.
When you played?
I played this morning.
Power time. Because Lone Star mobile money wasn't going through. They just settled the issue and the mobile money started going through. So when did you play?
I played 7 to 8 this morning when you were announcing it.
Yeah, by that time Lone Star mobile money wasn't going through. Did your money left your phone?
Huh?
Your money left your phone?
Yeah, I'll get it. That's it when I play everything.
No, but Lone Star mobile money wasn't working, or?
Oh, I play, and the money was coming to me.
All right, I'll place call to ask, okay?
All right.
Well, it wasn't working. I announced it later. This person here. Morning.
Good morning.
You're live.
Yeah. I'm Sisati Ramadan, and I call from Banga Bon County, Banita.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you this morning, Samira, for your critical discussion. The issue, let me speak first to the issue of Jefferson Kochi letter. I think Jefferson Kochi letter is in the right direction. There are so many ills that have been coming to this country to help our country, to help our health sector, to help our educational sector. But yesterday, we had a very bad health sector in this country where you don't find medicine in most of our hospitals. You see, our school system is still deplorable to the extent that you don't even find chairs in school. You see students sitting on the ground and writing. You see people still using blackboard that causing teachers to get blind in this country here. I think the American government money had not been used in the right channel, and that is the reason why Jefferson Kochi is now reminding this government, the Trump-led government, that they can be able to look in this direction, that when the taxpayer money comes, they should be able to go for the right purpose. And the burning of the Capitol building, this issue is not issue for the people to be playing around, continue to politicize it, to make it to look like they don't know what is going on. Because these people said they want to eliminate the CDC or party or government, they're using every strategy to be able to create these conditions that will be able to make the CDC government to look back. But the time this fire shaka took place, for which side that the accusation have been, all the government accusations have been against CDC Kennedy. Now, Godfrey Coleman left on here, he went to America and negotiated with his friends in there to come and do a investigation. Now, these guys are now people to administer forensic. These guys are just firefighters. How can a firefighter come to get a forensic report? So these things are all critical issues we need to look at. So they will not come with any different results because they are Blanca friends and they are Godfrey Coleman friends. And they are coming to get the same thing that Godfrey Coleman said yesterday. They're coming to get testimony of what just Godfrey Coleman said yesterday. So this is not thing that the people of Liberia will take very serious. The issue of the fire in the Capitol building, the government, the justice ministry should first be inviting the police to be able to speak to it because the police was in charge of the Capitol building the next morning, and the Capitol building got burned. And they have private security that were assigned at the Capitol building, and this private security should be able to.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Thank you. That's all the time we have here for you. That's all the time we have. Okay, that is all the time we have. And so I want to say thanks to all the people who followed. Indeed, it was a very, very, very much interesting discussion. We had a great conversation. And so I see you. I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is how we call it a day. My name is Samira One Light. Do have yourself a pleasant Wednesday.